some
Gerald.
structure,
Hello.
a peaceful structure. Thank you very much. Mr. Keshe came. So happy.
Good morning. Is Gerald there, please?
Yes, I am here, Mr. Keshe.
Gerald, have you received or have you felt receiving anything at all in past 10 minutes? Taste, feel?
In fact, I was very occupied in this 10 minutes.
You wouldn't know even if you receive it immediately.
Brett had a strong feeling and brought it up here and wondered if anybody else had felt anything. That was probably, what, 20 minutes ago or something like that. Brett, do you want to mention something about that?
From my side, there was a feeling, but let me see what was. Let me see. I was very occupied in this, especially this 10 minutes. But let me see what is in the background.
Mr. Keshe, I had a dream that I was Mitra last night. And I don't know what mean, but I was so happy.
Hello, Salamia, could you not interrupt, please? Mr. Keshe, are you trying to speak there?
Yes, we just want to know what Gerald feels.
Okay, thank you.
Now we connected your teaching to our work here, so you could expect anything. Jalal, one of the participants here knows you very well, who's got a connection with you. I would like you to send him something, not emotionally, something physical. Yeah? If you can hold it in your hand, it'll be much easier to transmit than thinking.
Yes, Mr. Keshe.
Want to send it. Okay. I'll leave you for 5 or 10 minutes.
I suggest we maintain silence during this time to respect the experiment that's going on.
Um, would you like to tell me what you sent? Jalal, can you hear me?
Yes, Mr. Keshe.
What did you send? What do you have in your hand?
Was a cup of coffee.
What's the shape of it?
White cup.
Side. What was it? A cup?
Cup of coffee.
Yeah. What is the shape of the cup?
It is like normal cup. A white porcelain.
Mm-hmm. What's the shape of the bottom of it?
It's very narrow from down and very wide from top.
Circlish.
Yes, circular.
We had a feeling here that they received something like a flat circle bottom in their hand. So in a way, the bottom of your cup, what touches you has been felt here, or what is the shape? What I want the whole knowledge seekers part here to go to the next phase. The people inside have decided that they want to promote the Prince Charles or King Charles III at the moment. I would like to know if any of you had that feeling.
Can I say something just before you continue, Mr. Keshe?
Yeah.
Before you ask about, more than 10 minutes or something, Nico was always in my mind. Nikolai.
Mhm.
I know we have a contact between each other, but especially before you came, I was really occupied. But Nikolai was in behind, and the girl Sasha was also.
Mhm.
They come out in my mind, not Alex.
Okay. Is that Alex who was the one was supposed to feel what you sent to him? What we're trying to do is, if any of you have or thought, or you can concentrate on Charles III, and then we do another experiment with the people here to all of you in the, what do you call it, in the BRICS program. For next few minutes, see how we can promote Charles III as we did with the other two yesterday. So by this afternoon, we complete the 4. So we'll leave it to you for a few minutes and then we come back. You are with us in the flight room, and we have three objects here, which different people in the system will try to send it to you. And we want to know, as people outside, how you feel, what they are, and if you can identify them in your left hand, in your right hand here. Right hand. Keep the system in your hand. Don't let it go. Keep it in your. So you people around the world, you have become part of the system. There are three items. I add a fourth one, which I think is very nice to have. And I want to know if any of you, no, you can't receive with a gift, can feel or whatever what they are. And these people can choose a specific member of the Keshe Foundation on the chat with Rick. You know most of them. See if you can receive it. Send it general and target certain people you know. That you can even have a go at Rick, see if you can get to Rick. You gotta go. You gotta sit back a little bit. You're too far. Yeah. Good. And then we take a vote outside that you don't know what's happening inside. Yeah. We are looking for a specific how and who. If you can be specific in what you receive and how you receive it and everything else. There is a reason for this test, is that you, let's say, you want to dream about mom, but mom is not at home. So he cannot or should not be there to answer to what you want to talk or do. But this time, both have to be ready to receive and to give. Add a fifth item into the set. Make it easy. The fifth item is very, very special. Maybe they send some to Prince Charles, so King Charles. It's too hard to forget. We call him Prince for so many years. Hey, you lot with drink. Any of you want to say what you feel, what you received, or what you're still receiving? This could be a flash of mind. Don't forget you're dealing not with sitting there and holding something. A flash, what comes to your mind is what you have received. So anybody volunteers to tell us what you think you received?
This is Mosfak. I'll say what I received. One is something like a long thing, stick. This is probably the fifth item, but one is kind of like a cup type of thing, and something round, maybe a fruit. These are the three things I could get.
Explain what you, okay, wait, let's see what others have to say.
Was the long tube white? Mashfek?
I didn't get the color, but it's a long thing. There's a tube type
Okay.
of long stick type of thing.
I also got that on one of the last ones. And I also got a ball or a marble or a ball of some sort, similar to what you said.
Yes, that's something too, and something like a cup or a glass or something of that sort with maybe something cold inside.
Okay. Next one. Anybody else?
I sensed a pencil in my right hand, but that's when Jalal was sending something. I sensed a piece of chocolate. I sensed some GANs, and I sensed some piece of bread. I could be all wrong, but that's
No problem. Who else? Next. Anybody else?
I see the plant, but see inside the unit and move my bed.
Anybody else feeling, receiving anything?
I can feel a fruit.
Wait, pardon?
Sorry. I can feel a fruit, like a date, possibly something small, sweet, brownish. That is what I pick up at the moment.
Anybody else has anything?
I feel it abstract things like ideas and feelings around these ideas. In my mind came the idea that humanity is one family with these kings.
We are not, stop. We are looking for answers.
What I feel it. And it came on my mind only like this, that Prince Charles
No,
bring
please stop.
unity.
Can you please stop?
Yes.
There's no need for that. Wang Lin, do you feel anything?
Actually, I feel my soul was in Linz, and I met you, and I hug you, and I see a picture of this prince. He was standing on a kind of
Don't Did you receive anything? Did you feel physically receiving?
just some warm energy. I didn't see the physically something.
Jalal, what your senses tell you?
I received it in my tongue.
What was it?
Not acidic, but in a way like it wasn't sweet.
Okay, we tell you what you received. There was a bar of chocolate, a piece of biscuit, a bottle, cold glass of gases. And the other item is a container of milk, which we use for coffee. So Rick and I think it's John. Oh, I don't remember who was first. Mushbak, the piece of bar, that little bar, it's a chocolate bar. And Mushbak received that glass piece or whatever. Yes, it's a glass of the Kansas. And there were no fruits. It's the way you set, you build up, and you extend this knowledge. We're going to test something else in a few minutes and we come back to you, but you carry on with your work, and then it'll be very interesting what's going to happen next.
I note that Mark got I think he got the chocolate, the biscuit, and the GANs.
Yeah, and all it is a flash. Just look for a flash.
Yeah. That's all it is.
That's what I do. That's what I get too when
chocolate.
I want to add something else that I didn't say, was that I was getting a distinct hissing in my ears. Almost like when you wear a headphone, but the music isn't playing, and sometimes you'll have that. It's not a...
Okay, I tell you what to do.
Yes.
To all of you who can, put your headphones on and be ready for the next step. You need a headphone for this. You cannot do it without a headphone. Get yourself ready and then we'll see.
Oh. Okay. Rick, that was amazing, wasn't it?
Well, you got
headphones. Can it be cordless?
Pardon me? Can they be what?
Can it be cordless?
Yes.
Oh, I believe so, yeah.
Rick, that was amazing. And I was just taking a chance on some flashes.
Well, I thought they were kind of long shots because they were so much into food stuff. I had no idea it'd be food stuff. I thought there'd be other harder objects somehow, but you nailed it. What were all your choices? You had the chocolate.
Yeah. The bread.
The bread, which is the biscuit. The GANs. And what was your other choice? You had one other one, didn't you?
What did I say? But that's
pencil.
The pencil, but that's when Jalal was sending something. I had a distinct impression I had a pencil in my right hand. But I thought maybe they were already looking at the pencil when he was telling them to do that.
That was a cigarette in my hand.
Really.
That's
probably the long white tube that I got, the picture I got.
But I thought you had
and Moshfek as well. That you messed us up, Jalal. That's it.
No, but you were holding it inside your fingers, not the way you would smoke it. You had it in your palm, like if you had a pencil sticking out of your fingers rolled around it.
Yeah, it was between my finger.
Not the way you smoke it.
No. It wasn't in my mouth or something. It was in my hand.
But I had a pencil. But it's just a flash, you see, and then like the chocolate, that was just a flash. And then I was saying to myself, when I saw the chocolate or a word chocolate came there, I said, did I taste it? No, I didn't really taste it.
Did you see it like a bar image, like chocolate bar kind of image, or was it just raw chocolate?
No.
Or was there an image at all? Was it more like a...
No, it wasn't an image. It was an impression of chocolate, like if somebody entrained it.
What do you mean? For me, I get more of a visual flash, but you're talking more of a the sort of the feeling or essence of chocolate flash, not the visual part of it, right?
I think I saw a little square,
Okay.
you know, like you would take out of a chocolate box of chocolates.
Mm-hmm. So you
Yeah,
do get
yeah.
some visual image too, but
That
perhaps
time I did, and I was just guessing. I said, gee, I'm probably all wrong. Didn't he say I was all wrong when I named those? He said that's all wrong. That's what I heard. Or what
I
did he
didn't
say?
hear that in particular, but
Okay, I thought he said I was all wrong. Then he said it later. It was a bread and a thing and the other thing.
mhm. Yeah, interesting.
So that was extremely. I'm proud of myself.
Well, I mean,
But I
out
was
of
thinking
all,
we're getting
out of all the billions of items in
I-
the near universe of this planet, you happen to pick out what was it, 3 out of 4.
smell. Okay, now we have to get the headphone, right? But I
That's
was
the idea.
definitely, Rick, those hissing sounds have been coming in my ear, and I was wondering if they were testing the system or something.
Mm. Well, it might be from my system because I've got fans going in the background. Which
No,
provide a
it's
bit of
not that. It's
system.
happening when I'm not on any of the programs either.
I also get ringing in my ears pretty regularly now too, and I wonder what
I've gotten that.
who's trying to bombard me with these ultrasonic sounds.
Right, gotten that a few times, but normally and more in the recent period, but that's the high pitch sound. And that lasted very long.
Need stereo sound enabled in the settings.
I don't know how to do that.
They have what's called turn on original sound. I can try that. I'm not sure if it'll break something. And let me try it. Still hear me? Everyone's still there? I turned on the original sound, and there's something in the last update of Zoom that they talk about. The sound settings have changed somewhat and made it easier to do certain kinds of sound manipulations.
So I'm glad I bought this little adapter now. I'm going to unplug my headphones from the computer, and then I bought a C into a headphone jack adapter on a wire. So now I have it with a wire. You follow me, Rick?
I think so, yes. So, sorry, that was into an iPhone or to
an iPad.
Laptop,
so
iPad.
And then it goes in, it costs about $9. Then it goes into a plug for a headphone jack. And then you can run it. Last time I had the wall, they work. Tell us these things before so we can be prepped.
Yeah, you're cutting in and out there with a bunch of microphone noise. Sounds like you're eating the microphone.
Yes, now I'm walking with it.
Was clear there. In any case, people can get ready on their at-home systems. Try to find something with a headphone or microphone or headphone or earphones.
The time of the test. That'll be easier. Wow, that was fantastic, Rick.
Which? What? Oh,
Yes.
You're nailing it. Yes, indeed.
I say guessing, but that's no coincidence. As he said, the things that are going to take place are not coincidences anymore.
Well, it shows you've tuned in your tuning apparatus to a high degree. And now that gives you more evidence, you could say, for how to connect with that and how to keep confident about that, or once you've nailed it a few times, then it's a more familiar place that you can resort to or to include in all of the observations of life.
So I was thinking about that earlier, though, today. This is not remote viewing, correct? Or is it, in a way? I was thinking about remote viewers.
Well, this is a question.
It is, I think,
remote viewing, which is something that I was introduced to that concept 4 decades ago or whatever. But then we have the idea of astral travel or soul travel or out of body travel. And so on the one instance is like you're visualizing something in a remote place, but you're staying where you are, and you go deep inside, or however technique you use to visualize that other position or object, or in this case objects. And the other way is to leave your body, do an astral travel to that part of the planet and actually see with you, if not some sort of physical way, or maybe not physical, but see physical objects, or somehow get an essence of them through your soul body. So in one way you're staying in one position, the other way your body, being your soul body or astral body, actually moves to that other position. It's the way I understand it. It's just kind of 2 different methods. And they can kind of get mixed up, because how do we really know if we are just visualizing or whether we are actually traveling instantaneous from one position and back again to where we are? And we think we visualize something, but we were actually, we being our essence that's beyond just the physicality, move to some other position and back to where we are now. So is it, or the other way to look at it is the map of the world is already out there, and all we have to do is access it. We don't have to actually travel to that position. We just have to go to that position on the map, and we have access to all the information on that position.
Right. So on the piece of bread, it just came to me, I'm going to say a piece of bread.
Mm-hmm.
So how's that? So there's 2 different ways. One, you saw a little piece of chocolate. The other one, I just decided I'm going to say a piece of bread. So those are 2 different ways, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Well, people receive impressions in different ways, I believe. Like if you were to take a poll, then some people get a visual flash, like of a object or some image that might be applicable, and that's like the contact point for that experience. And others might feel an impression, feel the fields of a object or another person or some other situation. And others have other ways. My left toe twitches when I, connect with the next universe or whatever.
There's a lot of people in the attendees that we've offered a microphone to. Mr. Keshe is running some experiments from Linz. We're in the flight room, so to speak. So if you'd like a mic, please raise your hand.
Are you able to hear me?
Yes.
Oh, good. Okay. Rick, I thought that the weather was with the toe. So maybe you're hooking into the weather in another universe. Just a thought.
Okay. Who controls the weather?
We do.
Rick, hi,
Sun and
Steve.
Earth interaction bars.
Go ahead,
Sorry,
Joseph.
there's...
Can you hear me, Rick? It's Dean here.
Yes, hi, Dean. Go ahead.
Hi, Rick. I'm looking at the screen now, so I'd like to make a comment about the soul that's present on the screen. This is the King of England, a soul, a present soul. And it's funny how the soul interactions work in the moment. In my hometown in England, this soul has a royal palace or a residency. I was there born somewhere else, but lived there from my childhood, and this was my hometown. And then this palace arrived, and this soul arrived. So there's obviously a connection, because now I'm in a different position, and he's in a different position. He is now about to take a role, a position, to be in place for many, many souls throughout the United Kingdom. And as we know, that bears a lot of responsibility. You are responsible for the souls that you govern. And I wish him a beautiful, incredible moment where he takes a position as a loving, unconditional soul to give to his subjects in this moment. Thank you, Rick.
Well, it's an interesting connection there, Dean.
Yeah, it was, I don't know why, I just needed to share that. It's just something that's, it's like all these things, all the soul
You're
connections.
probably the most qualified of us all to actually speak about him, seeing that you're neighbors.
Yeah, he's, I mean, yeah, we're in that
practically
moment, in that time.
In terms of the entire planet, planetary space, that's pretty close.
Yeah, it is pretty close. Yeah.
None of us are any closer, I don't think.
Yeah, it's a very small town, and
so in a way, one might say that your fields as a satellite are most likely to influence this person that we see on the screen. Would that not be true?
Rick? Yeah, I've already given my soul to him in a couple of moments, in just seeing his image, his physicality. I've given from my soul unconditionally to the beauty of his soul that we see within inside, that we know is present and has a absolute amazing beauty. And by elevating the soul, we allow King Charles to take his position of unconditionally giving with full beauty to all the souls present, not just within the United Kingdom, but the whole planet, Earth. Souls that become the totality of some of the soul's present in this moment. So I wish you well, Prince Charles, and be the beauty. Be the beauty. That's all I would say. Thank you, Rick.
Thank you, Dean. And how do you reconcile the concept that it may be the end of kingship at this time and place in history?
I feel that the moment is, yeah. Mr. Keshe has spoken about it, of King Charles abdicating and taking away this kingship, this position. Well, as we all know that on a soul level, no one is higher and no one is lower. And so this position is on this level is just not required. And as a soul, you, as we know, you take a position and you receive different energies. And so in any single moment, you can be the most beautiful shining star and change a whole condition from just a position of yourself that then affects across the whole of many field strengths, many positions, many souls, many beings, many subjects, however you'd like to describe it in this precise moment. And it is just an instant thought and interaction that can change everything. And you can be that change, you can be that soul that creates an absolute amazing beauty just with that correct intention. And the moment that intention comes into your consciousness, then it can create and evolve and become a field strength that elevates others and feeds a most beautiful condition that brings about elevation, not only to yourself, but to many other beautiful beings, creatures, souls that are present, as I said earlier, not just in the United Kingdom, but across the whole of this planet and beyond, to all the souls that are present in each and every moment with us. So yeah, that's how I feel anyway. With love and care to him and to all the people, not just the kings, but everybody, each and every soul that is a beautiful creation and having a position, however they decide to be. And none is higher, none is lower. We should all respect and be part of this beautiful creation and interact, giving everything we can to achieve a balance, a beautiful balance within inside the whole of the structure. And that structure can be within inside yourself or outside of yourself, and extend across, as I've just said. So that's my feelings. So I wish you well, Prince Charles, King Charles, sorry. And as I said earlier, be the beauty. Bloom. I know Charles likes gardening, and he has many horticultural, agricultural endeavors, and I know he works a lot in his garden and loves gardening. So maybe the blooming flower that changes the condition and brings about this wonderful peace that exists in this very moment.
And isn't he known for talking to his plants? I think he's on our level in that area, but what a beautiful gift to give to humanity, the end of kingship.
Yeah,
This wrong way of thinking.
Yeah, would be beautiful, Mark. This would be the position that would, that is a position that would change the field strength and change the condition for many souls, many souls present on the planet. And when that seed is and that intention is set, then that field strength gathers and can create this blooming condition that we all know within let's take the analogy of a garden, this planting the seed and then seeing it go through its gestation and growing and becoming more blooming and then giving back. Someone just wrote in the chat, it's give him time to give back. And that's exactly what it is. It's giving back, giving back. We know when you become a soul that just, or a physicality that just takes, you come to a position, a balanced position where you know this yourself, and it's time to give back. And whether it's personally or to a nation or to a planet, whatever it is, whatever the condition is, it's time for a balance. And with this knowledge that's out, and with the knowledge seekers all around the planet, and the people that are present in the moment, it's this moment is the balance. And yeah, thank you, Mark.
Okay, thank you, Dean.
You should be connected to Linz more often, Rick. I see quite a few participants here today. I guess the word is spreading, as they say.
Mm-hmm.
The sun is shining here. I always get this. We talk about the souls and the soul of the star, the soul of everything. In this moment, all of a sudden, the sun starts to shine through some of the windows here, and you get this distinct feeling that the souls are present, and they're very, very aware of the conditions, the environment that souls are, experiencing in this moment. And I think it is this moment. There's many beings present across the planet that have a certain position where the elevation of the soul, and from each and every one of us, this understanding that we have this incredible, what's the right word? We have this ability to connect with a thought, an intention to give, and we can give to another soul. And that condition is now being enhanced as the experiment that Mr. Keshe just held with you guys, from this position here. However, that position can be from each and every single one of you. And once we understand this, then there is no the position of theology and kingship and all this, it melts away. Because when we become unlimited, it's that those barriers no longer exist. They really do not exist. And as for us to understand and be this beauty that is within each and every one of us, it is our true. It's our very essence of what we are, and we're in that position right now, and it's a full beauty. Sorry, I need to stop. I'm just going to go and speak with Mr. Keshe.
What I'm hearing now, I want to know any of you, we don't mention names, any of you in the past 20 minutes or so felt to be in a flight room?
Sorry, in a what, Mr. Keshe? Could you say that again?
Any of you in the, what do you call it, on your broadcast, any of you felt you've been brought into the center? Did any of you feel you're in a flight room? Did any of you feel you're in touch with the 3 people who you know are in the flight zone today?
I felt coldness, extreme coldness.
Anybody else?
I felt
I
nothing.
felt it.
Pardon?
I felt something like being there.
Anybody else?
I thought you indicated we were already there.
No.
So I just,
We asked the people in the room to bring one or two of you here with them and to feel the presence. Strange enough, all three of them chose Jalal. And one of the patterns we see inside is people usually feel cold. We even give them jumpers even in the sun. So Jalal, that's why you felt that. And three of, because we don't choose, they choose. And the other one is Brick. Three of them chose Rick. Sorry, two chose Jalal. And then Dean, and then Rick. All three chose Rick. Two Jalal on Monday. How do you feel, Rick? Did you feel anything?
Well, I can't say that I felt the presence of three others, and really, I mean, as soon as I hear your voice, I feel like I'm present there at the center anyway. But I did have a period of kind of haziness where I was trying to relax my body and stop movement, because I'm usually mousing and scrolling and that kind of thing, and just focus on nothing in particular, but to focus on that whatever might come up, basically. And that's when I was starting to get images and so on previously.
What images do you get?
Well, I keep getting this thing about a cufflink, for example, and that somehow there was a big lighter around as well. So light and a cufflink. I don't know what is related there or why that would be, but I usually get more flashes of images rather than an emotional feeling like of something. We discussed this a little bit earlier. Some people tend to get images, some tend to get more of a feeling, it seems.
Okay, I'll tell you what we're going to do with you. If you remember the first time I came to your teaching, I put the system inside, and we had tried to connect. This time we put the system inside.
Sorry, you're breaking up, Mr. Keshe. It's hard to hear
Can you
there.
hear me now?
Yes, that's better. Thanks. Yes.
So now we put the system inside with the microphone. You can actually talk and ask whoever wants to be brought in.
Can I say one thing? I can tell you what I received in the beginning when you asked.
Yeah.
Normally, it was my lunch time, and I have a full of load of lunch, and I didn't take from it only 2 spoons, and I took all the rest to the birds. And that was the first time, actually the first time I was satisfied with the energy of food with 2 spoons from it. That was what I received in the beginning.
Okay, so I'll take you inside, and I want to know, you have a freedom to talk to them, and they can volunteer. Who wants to volunteer to join? And we are inside. One of you can volunteer to go out to them, and they choose somebody they can volunteer to be with you here. Yep.
think about. I know most of those guys.
Doesn't matter.
Okay.
It's you have to decide correct.
Oh.
So Rick, in your part, we can't hear you. You just got to listen to us. We want somebody from your group, in your chat, in your session, to volunteer to be here. And we don't. And between you three.
Can I?
Who's speaking? Let me see.
I'm Filippo,
Filippo?
from Italy. Yes. Hi, Rick.
Sure, if you would like
Nice
to
to
be a volunteer and the first one to speak up, go ahead. Yes.
We know
Thank
who
you.
they want to bring here. And
Oh,
you
okay.
decide who you want to send. And so we'll see what will be the outcome. Who chairs as you like. And then we'll see. Choose your own chair. Choose your seat. And your job is to receive. I think you better move two of you on the sending side. Well, actually, on that receiving side as well, see if you can bring the guy one forward. Okay. So you people with Rick have to choose one person who you would like to feel to be in this flight. No, doesn't matter. Don't touch it. Leave it. Nothing. Pardon? In your face. How did they get there? There we go. Somebody pulls it. So no, you have to feel to bring them in. All three of you know who it is, and they choose somebody. Pardon? No. So they send somebody, and you decided to receive somebody from them as well. So you're about to receive two people. Yeah.
两个人自己去感受。
Amongst you, and let him come in, and then we'll see. You can hold the hands. Yeah.
Is this the part we use the headphones?
You need to use your headphones. Yeah. Yeah, because you got fields.
Okay, do we decide as a group who to send, or is it the first person that decided, the first person that wished to?
You decide as a group who you want to send as your delegation, and they decided who they want to bring in. You want to see how it happens and why it happens.
Okay, and it's just one person, eh?
You've got two person, 2 or 3 minutes to choose your person who you want to send.
Okay.
And I've already chosen, they're working on who they want to bring in.
Okay, people here on the Keshe Plasma Reactor group. Who would you like to send? We had Filippo raised his hand immediately, and Lissy also says,
Lissy.
I'm going too.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys two want to arm wrestle or leg wrestle, whatever's appropriate? How do we settle? How do we determine? We have less than 2 minutes to decide. I don't think we're going to take a vote.
One or two people, Rick?
It has to be one person. I mean, my name came up earlier, but I don't want to be the representative. I think it should be someone else. Claudia had a hand up. I don't know what that's about either. Go ahead, Gail.
Ladies first.
Ladies first, the lady says.
Sorry, guys.
Ladies first, the lady says. Is Lissy going to be their representative? Hello?
I'm not participating now. Sorry, my hand.
Okay. I'll de-hand you.
Been too long.
Too long? Well, we have Lissy. Lissy, it seems like it'll
But
be
the other thing is you have to feel who you're receiving to, who's with you, who is their chosen number to be. This is important because we do other tests you are not aware of inside, and it's important. Can you choose someone straight away, and not waiting somebody discussing ladies first, women's, men's first?
Well, I think we'd have to go with Lissy if that's the kind of direction things are being pushed here.
Yeah.
Rick, I think everybody knows Lizzie very well, so it's a good idea possibly for our group to choose her.
Sure.
I don't know Filippo that good. I'm sorry, Filippo, but maybe this is a point.
Okay, thank you for your opinion. Okay, Lissy, you are the one.
Can I give you a hint? It cannot be a woman.
You're supposed to say that before we start this process.
Okay. Go back to the first choice. Or the first volunteer.
Yeah.
Listen, you can volunteer, and inside yourself, in your soul, you can volunteer your soul to yourself. That's the beauty with it. You can commonly decide who, but inside, if you feel you want to be, you can do so as well. So you better hurry up if you don't want to be a catch-up and tomorrow.
Well, it looks like Filippo has nominated himself, and it has been unanimous because of
Rick, I no problem you going with Filippo because my soul is inside it, no problem.
Right
Okay.
on.
He just said we could all go.
That's right. We all have permission.
Please do.
Thank you, Lissy.
Okay.
Thank you. Hi, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, we have a very strange position, but it's what it is. We'll take it as it is. Too often felt presence of a woman. So we try to say they wanted the person you sent. They felt you have sent a woman. That's why you chose a woman, and then we said no, choose a man. They chose a man. So they felt presence of a woman. And is she Italian? The lady who volunteered. Rick. Rick, can you hear me?
Yes, I think she's, is Lucy, are you Spanish or?
Hello, I use Spanish for Colombia, but I live in North America.
Lived in where?
In Miami Beach in USA.
Yes, of course. No, they felt the presence of a woman. Mark Anderson, did you feel anything?
So sorry.
Well, I could have felt I was there, but I didn't have any visuals. I did.
Don't get a visual.
I was hearing this hissing in my ears. Is this the signal? You're connected to the system. This is what my impression is coming.
Are you a big man?
Medium, maybe.
All three of them wanted you here. They felt your presence here, two of them.
Mm-hmm. I'm not quite dressed for the occasion, just a t-shirt and some skins and a ski cap on.
All traveling, you can come in bikini or you can come
Gotcha.
with a top hat. It doesn't make any difference. It stays behind. What we want to test next time is something totally very different. Choose an object that you all can have easily in hand and try to transfer that to Linz. But it has to be one common object or two. Let's do and hold. And we want to see if we can transmit. Yep. Pencil and pen. Most of us have. Oh,
Sorry, you broke up on that last sentence.
I said,
Pencil or
if you
pen?
choose an object like a pen or a pencil or whatever that everybody has, and try to transmute. Or if you can get hold of a glass of water, it'll be the best because it covers 2 dimensions. If any of you who want to participate, to get a glass of water and let's see what if they can receive it. I'll give you 5 minutes to set up.
Are we supposed to hold the water or can we just have it on a table?
Hold it in your hand. Try to hold it in your hand that it's easier to transmute. Or you can even think about the water and do the same.
Mr. Keshe, this is available even for me, or is just for Rick and the other one?
Pardon?
Is for everybody this test?
Yes.
All right. Thank you.
I have to go to pick up some water. I'll be back soon. Do we take the glass of water? Yeah.
He said you could either think about it, a glass with water in it, or you could get the glass.
No, I will take a real one. I'll be back in a minute. Okay.
We have 2 minutes, Rick. How long do we have for this?
She said 5 minutes to get prepared. So I'm gonna go grab a glass of water because mine is at the bottom here.
Nobody received your water. So you flooded them, but they're still thirsty. So you have to practice a little bit more to see how you can send and how you can reach. We're going to stop this because we're going to go through other process of the testing inside, but it was nice to have you, and thank you very much for participating.